Emma Carter was only 23, but life had already taught her more about pain than most people learn in a lifetime. She worked double shifts at a small diner in Ohio, always wearing the same faded blue apron, always smiling at customers even when her feet ached and her eyes burned from exhaustion. She lived in a tiny rented room above a garage, the kind where winter felt twice as cold and summer twice as hot. Money was always tight. Hope, almost invisible. Her story didn't start with her dreams. It started with her responsibilities. Her father had walked out when she was 12. Her mom, battling illness, depended on her. Her younger brother, Liam, just 16, was trying to finish high school while working part-time. Emma carried their world on her shoulders. Every morning, she woke up at 5 a.m., tied her hair into a messy ponytail, washed her face with cold water, and whispered to herself. One more day. Just one more day. Keep going. She wasn't living for herself anymore. She was living for the people she loved. The diner was always busy. Truck drivers, office employees, students, all kinds of people came and left. But Emma stayed, always standing, always serving, always pretending she wasn't breaking inside. Her manager, Mr. Collins, was strict but fair. "Emma, you need rest," he told her one morning. She only smiled. Maybe tomorrow. But tomorrow never came. One night, after an exhausting 14-hour shift, Emma received a phone call that shook her soul. Her mother had collapsed. By the time she reached the hospital, she saw Liam crying on a chair outside the emergency room. Her mother needed an expensive surgery, and they didn't have the money. Emma felt the world crumble beneath her feet. She worked every hour she could, but it wasn't enough. Rent, food, medicines, no matter how many hours she worked, she was always drowning. For the first time, she felt helpless. But sometimes, life waits until you are completely broken, to show you how strong you truly are. The next day, as she worked her shift with swollen eyes, she served an elderly woman named Mrs. Hathaway. She was quiet, gentle, and kind, one of the regulars who always sat by the window. "You look tired today, dear," the woman said. Emma smiled weakly. She never shared her problems with customers. But something about that woman felt safe. "My mom's in the hospital," Emma said softly. "She needs surgery I can't afford." The woman squeezed her hand gently. "My husband passed away years ago," she whispered. "If he were here, he would tell you that life tests the ones who are meant to rise." Emma didn't fully understand, but the warmth in the woman's eyes gave her strength. Days passed. Emma worked harder than ever. She took extra shifts, stayed late, skipped meals to save money. Her hands cracked from washing dishes. Her body screamed for rest. But she kept going. Still, she was thousands of dollars short. One night, after closing, she sat on the diner floor and cried silently. I'm trying so hard," she whispered. "Why isn't it enough?" She didn't know someone was watching. It was Mrs. Hathaway. She walked inside, carrying a small envelope. "I came back because something told me you needed help," she said warmly. Emma wiped her tears. "Ma'am, I can't accept." "Just open it." Inside was a check. A very large one. Enough to pay for the surgery, and more. Emma froze. I can't take this. Why would you do this for me?" The woman smiled softly. "Because once, someone saved me when I had nothing. And I promised I would pass that kindness forward. Today, it's your turn." Emma broke down in tears, hugging her tightly. For the first time in years, she felt hope. Her mother's surgery was successful. Liam returned to school without worrying about bills. And Emma, finally, rested. But she didn't stop there. Inspired by the kindness she received, Emma made a decision that would shape her future. She enrolled in night classes for business management. She saved every tip. She studied every free minute she had. Years later, she opened her own cafe. A cozy, warm place designed for people who needed comfort, a smile, or simply a safe corner of the world. She named it Hathaway's Place. And on the wall, she hung a small sign. Be the reason someone believes in kindness. Emma hired struggling students, single parents, and anyone who needed a second chance. Because she knew what it felt like to fight life alone. Her cafe became a symbol of hope, because the girl who once had nothing, now gave everything.